So here we go. Yeah, this is the new stream. Now, if the old stream is still up, you'll see why we have a new stream. But now we're kind of waiting on everybody to jump over here to this one because we finally got this one up and running. We're hoping to alleviated the viewing error. I don't know why our stream was compromised, but I don't want it to. I don't want it to suck for everybody.
Is it the same title?
It shouldn't be.
Nope. Let's see.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the same title. We have 2 people in this one. Or 18 now in this one. So this one's popping up.
Man, I'm not seeing that.
I'm not seeing it on ours.
Oh,
I
there
don't
we
know
go.
how people are
All right.
in it, to be honest.
I'm gonna link to
the new
to
live
the
stream.
one.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I think we have it then. Depending on this stream. Oh my gosh, this is just what a cluster, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Jeez. It's our first time going live. That's the problem.
Joel sounds like he's from Minnesota, don't you know?
Yeah. So sorry. Let's see. Live stream is live right now. Let's see. We're having the same issues. Rebuffing and rebuffing and rebuffing. Let's see. I'm going to wave to the camera. I'm going to do the pieces. Peace signs.
I think it's better.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Emma almost bailed and hit Morph Market.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Hey, I wouldn't be offended.
I feel like our latency is so bad right now, though. The delay between when we're showing up and when we can see chat. Chat is like,
Yeah, it seems
dude, they're
like
so
20,
far.
30 seconds.
Yeah, they're so
Alright.
far ahead of us. Just as a forewarning to chat.
My wife just texted and said it's working for her. So,
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
it is working. The stream is actually functioning now. It's just our latency is like, it's really bad. But yeah, it's the stream quality is so much better. It's not rebuffering. Anyways, yeah, we could talk about rebufferings and actuator pumps all night, I suppose. But maybe we could talk about some ball pythons now. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Just not G-Stripe. That's where it bombed out last time.
Yeah, G-stripe clowns, dude. As it turns out, they're not good. So they crash live streams.
Behind me, the G-stripe.
It's causing interference, man. Radio.
Hey, G-stripe gets so much hate and so looked down upon. I don't know why, man. The G-stripe's badass.
No, it is, dude. I do like G-stripe.
Yeah, I know. Me too. So there we go. We answered the first most popular question. What's your most underrated morph? For Shane, it's G-Stripe.
It's G-stripe.
Wait. No, I got a better one, though. I got a better one. You want the answer now?
Yeah. Bring us that answer now.
All right. I'm gonna say Extreme Gene.
Extreme Gene. Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to be done with that.
Extreme or extremist?
No, the Extreme Gene.
Like Justin Kabelka's
Not the
Extreme Gene.
Yeah, not the extremist, man. I happened to pick one up by accident, and man, that thing's nice.
Yeah. Extreme Gene's cool. The super form, I love that kind of like the broken dorsal stripe. You know, it kind of throws that large dorsal stripe. I think that's super cool.
Yeah. See, dude, I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to find anything on it, man. Like, I look up left and right, you find 7-year-old videos that were like poor quality at Ken Masick's house, and
Right. Yeah, so it's a tough thing to follow, but I do. There's obviously a difference, man. There's a huge difference between a pied that doesn't have Extreme Gene and a pied that has it. So I know there's something there, but I haven't seen it like showcased. I feel like in a lot of other things yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's pretty good examples of it mixed with incomplete dominant genes.
Okay.
And it is stellar, man.
Yeah, see, I haven't looked at it, man. I need to pay attention to that. So you're right. Good call on the extreme gene, because I haven't looked at it at all.
So what animal did you pick up, Shane, with the extreme?
I got a het sunset, and it just happened to be extreme gene and pastel.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's awesome, dude.
It almost kind of looks desert ghostish, you know what I mean? It's like it's got this weird.
It's a cleaner.
It's not as good as desert ghost, but I mean, it's like right there, you know. It's like, yeah, I tripped out when I seen it.
Yeah. It's rad, man. The extreme gene sunset that Brock, I think it was Brock, had at the last Tinley was really pretty. Yeah. So that's the pastel extreme gene.
Yeah, het sunsets.
Right.
Yeah, and Ken's the originator of that one, and I think is Ken also the originator of the extremist? Like, yeah. Wonder why he picked those two names so close together, but because they're different morphs, right? From my understanding.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like the extremist came out of the extreme, and you know, Abad just did an interview with him the other day, man, and I was like, hallelujah, man, some more clarity on this, you know. Thanks, Bod, if you're still in there.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I saw Bod in here. I'm gonna have to check that one out, man. I've been slacking on my YouTube watching lately, but if there's some more info about the extreme gene that Bod got, I'm down to hear that, because there's not a lot out there, you know.
Yeah.
That's
That's interesting, man. Yeah. I was screwing that up too. I was thinking of Gene X instead of the extreme gene. Yeah. So. Yeah, I haven't looked at the extreme gene at all, so I need to check that out.
Yeah, Bot just said he's going to Ken's facility. I guess in a couple weeks or something. He's going to get some more info, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, make a video, Bot. Make a video. I'm looking for info, man.
Absolutely.
Dude, for sure. You know, that's one of the things. Like, so Shane, you know, being like you kept some animals before, but you're relatively new, kind of getting back into it. How many years are we talking, right? Like that you started buying up like kind of your more expensive snakes and getting serious?
All right, so I got that genetic stripe last April, so I'm still in my first year.
Okay, first year.
Yeah.
So where do you go for most of your information when, you know, you're trying to learn about morphs and stuff like that? Where's been, you know, the most useful place for you?
All right, so since April, man, I religiously am constantly listening to podcasts and stuff. YouTube, Morph Market, just reading anything I can find online. I just consume information nonstop.
Yeah.
For sure.
But like the podcast is real handy, and then like YouTube too. I'll play it in the car while I'm driving because I commute a lot and everything. So I constly got something going. Like I started off with the bullshit program and
I started there too, man.
Everyone.
Heck yeah, man. I've listened to all that. Yeah, dude. I agree. Yeah, I've listened to all that stuff. There's some good stuff on those old podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I definitely got to give Sean some credit for bullshit, because like I learned a ton about some of the origination of some of the genes we work with, right? Which is super valuable, because once you get that starting point, then you can kind of hunt that person out, see what they've been producing, and kind of follow it through, which is almost as good as like the written word or verbal, you know what I mean? Because you're seeing it kind of take place. And I think it's good to learn that stuff, because like it helps you mix the ingredients going forward, right? You're not just taking a look, you're actually figuring out kind of the lineage of that animal and then applying that lineage also to what you're doing. So
yeah,
you know, in fact, my snake room is built off of the Breeder Business episode of Bullshit. Like the dimensions, the mini split, like it's built off that episode.
Oh, no kidding. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's smart, man. Yeah, that was a good way to do that then. Yeah,
why not use a guy with that much experience? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Right,
I remember listening to that episode back in the day. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I love your snake room, man. I love the walls, man. They look Dude, that looks cool back there. Like that whole lineup, you know, it looks super clean. I've always liked that snake room.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Yeah, man.
And I was very surprised to find out the bricks are not real. Little disappointed.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
dude. What in hell, right? I swore those were real. I was like, dude, that is like one of the coolest snake rooms ever down there.
Hey,
Still,
been a lot of heavy lifting, you know.
dude, so much. Yeah. But still, it looks really good. So I guess, you know, kind of curtailing off that last question, what I feel like, you know, you've made some, I feel, pretty extensive investments into this industry, and, you know, seemingly kind of in a short amount of time. What made you go from the genetic stripe to, say, like that sunset you have? How did you where's like the gap, you know, like between, you know, the $500 to $1,000 range to multi-$1,000 animals, you know, how do you do that?
So, kind of like I said in the beginning, man, like my wife got on board with this, and we treat everything kind of like we just do everything the right way, you know what I mean? And like,
right.
Invest our money. So like, if we're gonna treat it like an investment, then let's do it the right way. You know, if we're gonna actually sell snakes out of this, like from the byproducts of what we're trying to make, then let's do it the right way. So I mean, it started out in a bedroom in my house,
right?
Some melamine racks, and I had like 10 snakes, and then I got tired of the melamine racks, and then pretty soon my snakes were like, you know, 10 times the amount of those racks, and I was like, let's just build a room,
right?
Put them in some racks. I'm having humidity issues and ambient temperature issues in there, and like I can't afford to lose these snakes at this point. So
yeah, absolutely, right.
That's how it evolved like that, and then you know, like that pied I got from JKR, that first snake over 1,000, then that just kind of like opened the floodgate. Like, all right, let's just start doing it the right way.
Right.
I started off with a different philosophy. I was kind of, well, I mean, it's not the wrong philosophy, but I was doing like, let's get a powerhouse male and just get like a couple like 1 and 2 gene females and go that route. But then I started researching Justin, and he was always recommending like have some powerhouse females, you know. And then I started talking to Miguel, and so then the rest is history at this point.
Right.
Now I put all my money into the females, because the males, I'll cycle those ones out every couple of years, but I want a solid foundation with the females, you know.
Yeah,
that's right, for sure. Isn't it funny though too? You hit that kind of $1,000 mark, and then it stops seeming so ridiculous to drop big money on the snake.
Oh yeah.
It is, man. I think that's a when you can commit that $1,000 to a snake, I feel like you're confident in the community and the business aspect of it. Like, you know, $1,000 is a ton of money, especially to spend on a snake, which conventional wisdom would tell you is worthless. You know, like a normal person that doesn't like reptiles, they hate snakes. You know, so, you know, once you can justify that $1,000, man, you're in it, and then that $5,000 snake is a lot easier to justify. I feel, you know.
Yeah, like a loaf of bread or $5,000 snake. I'm gonna go with the $5,000.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like, you start making stupid decisions like that. Yep, exactly. I do the same thing, man. I do not want to spend $20 at the grocery store, but I'll spend so much money on a snake. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a funny thing. Man.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened, man. So I guess I could blame Justin. I mean, it was his fault. And,
yeah. Good.
He popped my expensive snake cherry, and then the rest.
We need a JKR Anonymous, right?
Absolutely. That should be the title of this. I'm sure he's caused a lot of us to dive a little bit in on the deep end. So
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when I was first getting in and just seeing his posts, like, it was always something amazing, right? And this was when like the forums were kind of big, and you know, you would see him post and it was like, oh man, what's JKR putting out there? Bam, done.
Yep. Damn, dude, just drops it, man. Drops it.
That was kind of like what fueled my fire. So like I said, I was listening to podcasts, but those were years older and stuff. And then I wasn't watching anything on YouTube yet or anything, but I would look around on Morph Market a little bit, but I wasn't doing too much online stuff. And then when I turned on YouTube and started doing ball pythons in there and seeing like what was really going on out there, I was like, man, there is so much stuff.
Dude.
Versus like 15, 20 years ago. I mean, 15, 20 years ago it was like pie, genetic stripes, albinos. There wasn't much, but man, I started seeing the snakes on there. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And
Yeah.
Where the hobbies
possibilities are endless,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
right?
man.
We're almost just getting started, right? Like for real, like the amount of options that we have out there, we haven't even tapped the potential of most of these projects. So that's what keeps me going, right? Keeps me motivated.
Right. And I think too we're starting, and this could be, I don't know, this might sound a little far-fetched, but I feel like we're like starting into the area where there's so many genes available that it used to be a race to get as many genes as you can in, and now I feel like we're just starting to see the beginning of, it's not as many genes as you can, it's the right genes, as many right genes as you can. So that's a further step of the evolution, so it is, I feel like one of the coolest times to be in, right now.
Couldn't agree more.
And there's still like, I feel there's projects still out there that there's a lot that can still be done, like Sunset and Puzzle. There's still like, I mean, that's like almost blank canvas still,
Oh yeah, if you consider how much has been done in Pieds and Clowns and compare it to Puzzle and the Sunset, man. Dude.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Just started.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait.
So in my opinion, this is a great time to jump in,
Right. Yeah. Because there's two current projects that are very popular. They're both recessives. Yeah. And there's so much.
And then you
can
have
do.
long-standing projects that keep getting refreshed, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know we've brought it up 1,000 times, but Red Stripe Clown, that's just proof right there that, like, brought Red Stripe out of the grave. It brought some additional fire to the Clown project, seeing something like that. So I think as we keep going, some of the older morphs will be forgotten about, kind of, right? And like re-resurrected through some newer combos with some newer recessive stuff that we have. And then boom, there's the cycle all over again, right? So
it just takes mixing it with a certain gene and it reacts a certain way, and then man, it's blowing up again. So
yeah, and it's crazy. And you never know, man. You never know how it's going to work out for a lot of that stuff. So, and I think we still have, like, there still has not been a tremendous amount done with supers, like some of these supers, like Super Bongos, Super Marios, all of these, like there's so many other levels, Super Gravels. So it's cool to have like all of those options too to mix into the recessives.
It would be cool to have a Super Mario just because it's Super Mario,
Right, yeah. The name alone, dude. The name alone is where it's at, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a question I want to ask you two and chat to at the same time. How big of an influence do you think the name has on the success of the morph?
Dude, so much. I think.
So much?
Yeah. I think so much, man.
There's definitely some branding going on there,
Yeah.
Like, look at Fire. Fire's a good gene, but man, that name with it, that makes it Fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dude, yeah, 100%. There's some genes that I think are kind of cool, but I don't believe in the name. That I don't want to have because of the name.
Yeah, like the name.
I'm not going to tell you guys which one because that's an extremely biased opinion. But yeah, dude, I think the name is huge, man. It all matters. All the details in this industry, I feel like, matter to be really good at it.
That is true, right? I mean, just like anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, so name does matter. Okay, so then let's shift gears a little. What do you guys think of rebranding something to bring it relevant?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think there's some room there because I think that's what's been done with DG. Everybody says DG, not Desert Ghost. Because people attribute desert to that incompatible gene and it scares people. So now saying like DG, I feel like is a better way to say it to get away from that desert name. But But I think that's not as important now. But I think that's common for people to say DG. Obviously, it's short too. But I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Like changing the entire name of something like that?
I don't know, man. In my opinion, like, I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of that one. I'm a noob. I don't know.
No. So I think your opinion on it is valuable because you are newer, right? So like your look at like when you. So this is my take on it, right? Like I don't mind the rebranding if it's done in like a clear way, right? like so that way people don't lose the history and the lineage of that gene of kind of where it came from, what it's done. When it's rebranded in a way of, hey, this is new and flashy and pay me multiple $1,000s because I put a new name on it.
Right.
I think that's a little cheap, right? Like
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But rebranding something to help the name out, being clear about it, I think helps everybody out, right? And I have no qualms with that. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
As long as there's transparency, man, I'm cool with anything, you know?
Right.
But yeah, like you said, if somebody's repackaging it, like it's something new that they came out with, I'm not down with any of that kind of shady business, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, me too. So
it is,
it's
interesting, man. Those are some kind of interesting topics because I feel like it all does matter. You know, there's no way, you know, Justin or even I feel like Miguel would tell you, you know, every little part of this isn't, you know, important, you know, to be successful in it.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Complete package. Right?
Complete package, man. You gotta have cool names. You gotta have cool snakes. Gotta have a YouTube channel.
It's already confusing for new guys. Like when I first came in, like Butter and Lesser and Banana and
right.
Coco and all. I was like, so why do they have two names for the same thing? And they're like, oh, okay, it came in from different guys at around the same time. They made you know, whatever the whole story. But yeah. Now it's just second nature. But at first I was like, man, this doesn't make any sense. And yeah.
Right. That's kind of why I kind of wanted to bring it up, right? Because entering into the hobby. Dude, it starts getting really confusing when you're trying to memorize all of this stuff to make sense of it while you're out shopping, you know?
Right.
Dude, so it's important for people to realize, hey, just like with any industry, not everything's face value, right? So if something looks like something else, then maybe do a little bit more research and figure out, hey, is this the same thing? Or is this rebranded? What's kind of up with this, right? And that helps you be an informed buyer, which everybody's happier at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Yeah, because there is some interesting things like that. You know, there's a lot of that kind of going on. I feel like currently, and I feel like chat's been kind of talking about some stuff, but like the different lines like Acid Confusion, Enhancer, and DG. Sentinel, Paint Sentinel. You know, there's some, I feel like, grayer areas in some of those than others, but yeah, it is weird, you know, because I don't know, the name can do that too. They can branch off and charge a different price for it, or you know, whatever, or they could have you know, done anything to it.
For sure. So kind of going back to the what names are ruining the morph viability. It was really fun. We had BBM pop in and said. First up is Nana. Nana needs to be changed.
Yeah, Nanny.
Poor Nanny, man. That's Grandma. We can't change Grandma. We gotta leave Grandma out there, dude.
Yeah, right, dude. That's one of them, man. That's one of them, dude. A super nanny is actually really cool looking, but I don't know if I can have a super nanny, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that brings to mind like some older lady that cooks cookies really good. I mean, she's a super nanny, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. So I mean, it does sound, I guess, cool when you spin it. Yeah. But they are really, those are cool snakes. I really liked the super form.
They look cool.
Yeah.
We're probably insulting the originator of that gene, which
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, that was completely out of line. I'm certain of that, but.
Hey,
you know.
I'm new. You can't hold me liable.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Nothing even happened. We don't even know if this stream's going to save. Who knows, you know? The way things started, jeez. But...
Sorry. So, Shane, what this year, what's your most anticipated project that you picked up?
I would say my G-stripe clown. I'm making double heads, and then I'm also making some heads. I'm throwing my Gene X pied male into a disco, so I'm trying to get Gene X over into my pied project. I mean disco into my Gene X pied project, and see how that reacts.
Dude.
Just do some stuff that's a little different, because I got a little ahead of the game by getting some breeder females and stuff from some guys. So the way I look at it right now is like my first 3 years I should have been growing snakes. So anything I make right now, I'm just like gonna be stocking heads and stuff like that.
Right.
Banking them.
Yeah. Next couple of years is build up for you, working on your head army.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
Good,
dude.
man.
That's a good
But
tactic.
Hopefully I'm gonna have some red striped Batmans though too, because I got
Ooh.
a red striped male and a het. It's a Batman het clown though, So
Yeah, it's a
hopefully.
leopard
So
spot
leopard
nose
spot
het clown.
nose.
Leopard spot nose het clown, and then I got a red striped clown over here. So
Right. Dude, that would be cool.
That's-
That would be a cool snake. Dude, getting that all in
So-
one snake.
yeah.
Now in this.
I think I'm really excited though for my genetic stripe clown though. Genetic stripe, yeah.
Don't take the stream again, man. Don't take. The
Yeah, dude. Come on.
No, for sure. That's awesome. Oh man, brain fart. I had a question and then it evaded me. I don't know, Joel. Say something.
So quick and witty. The trick is though, I like what you're trying to do there, because limited space and stuff like that, and building those head armies, you're gonna need a lot of snakes. So getting that snake, getting the red stripe Batman clown, getting that visual. Now you can eliminate 2 snakes from that, and then build and then rebuild and rebuild. So it's always nice when you can get like all your genes into one snake, Dude, that helps out miles for not having like a lot of space, rack space.
Yeah, totally agree. Oh, I got it now. I got it. So this is
Give it to me.
So in the last year, Shane, while you've been acquiring some snakes, were most of them bought as hatchlings, or did you purchase some adults, or what's your feeling on, buying adults and things like that?
So most of them are hatchlings. I got about 50 ball pythons. So most of them are hatchlings, but I think I got like somewhere around like 13, 14, 15 breeder size females and a couple males. And I don't see a problem. It's up to the person, man. I don't see a problem getting breeder females. Like most of my breeder females are from a solid breeder, So, I wasn't tripping on it.
Right. First advice: know who you're buying from.
Yeah.
Type of deal to feel confident in that. Right. All right. That's cool. When you were making these purchases, like, I guess, like, this is something I always like to ask people. Like, how did you become confident that person was going to be like the right person to buy from? Right. Like, was it their presence on social media, or how did you establish those relationships?
Yeah, basically, it's good that you brought that up. I think social media plays a big part of that, because like when you see people on YouTube or even Instagram and Facebook or whatever, kind of feels like you're building a relationship with them and you're interacting with them in some capacity, right? And then, especially let's just put it out there, man, like Miguel,
Mm-hmm.
I see him on YouTube and I started, doing business with him or whatever, and like, there's no doubt in my mind that if something was messed up, he would make it right. I'm confident in that deal with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Versus somebody off of like Craigslist that I never heard of before. Like, how would I ever track that guy down off Craigslist?
Yep. Yeah, you can find the individuals that are on social media.
Yeah.
It gives a certain level of accountability, or a feeling of accountability by that person.
Right.
And I completely agree. I like buying my animals from people I feel like I know, and that usually is just even a social media relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And so I like that, how you touched on like getting a view into what somebody is doing through what they're sharing, kind of brought a little level of confidence, right? And then the additional part was you reaching out, establishing that dialogue with them that helped further that along.
Yeah.
Being kind of an introvert myself, it was hard for me to kind of put that side out to the public of, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I mean, lately I haven't been very good, but like, you know, like it's kind of getting on that. So was that hard for you to overcome? Did you kind of feel like, oh God, I got to start doing this. This is a big thing for me to get on the social media. So I know you run a YouTube channel, so.
Yeah, honestly it was, you know. I'm an introvert. I'm a recluse. I could hang out by myself for like weeks at a time and I'd be happy, you know, but if I want to build my brand and start out on the right foot, then I need to start building the social media aspect. So I actually never had an Instagram until I made the brand Small Town Xotics, and then I just started rolling from there, and then started doing the YouTube videos and actually doing the YouTube videos and like going to shows and like filming and talking to people has helped me come out of my shell a little bit, because usually I'd be like, the last thing I want to do is go meet somebody new and talk to them. I mean, why would I want to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, man, you know, I need to develop some relationships, network out, maybe get an interview with them, and yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Who would have thought that people are nice and fun,
right, yeah, friendly, yeah, just a bunch of goons that like reptiles, also, pretty much.
Yeah, the news has you believe everybody's evil and wants to kill you. So it's nice when you're sharing a common passion with people out there, and you know, it's a good community.
Yeah,
I will
it
have
is.
To say, man,
it is.
It really is.
One of my best times so far was at the Anaheim show at the auction, man. I was hanging out with Zoe from Clutch X, Jason from Genomic Labs, and then Chris from Dead Mouse. And like we were just sitting back there talking, and that was like the best time of the show to me. Like just four guys talking about things that they like and the projects they like. I mean, that was like phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I agree.
Made it all worth it for you on that one. Yeah, man. For sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
We had a kind of a cool question from Royal Canadian. I don't know if you saw that, Royal Canadian Reptiles. He was talking about
who's that?
I don't know, RCR. He was new to the channel. He wanted to know, being newer to the business, what do you think the biggest like obstacles you've had to overcome were to be kind of in the position you're at right now?
Well, I kind of already said it. Just I had to network, come out of my shell.
Right.
So like one of the things I do if I'm buying a snake from somebody, like I drive to them and I meet them face to face and shake their hand. That's how I got introduced to Chris from Dead Mouse. Like, you know, before I was even Small Town Xotics, I was like, no, I'll come down and pick it up. Let's not ship it. You're close enough. I can make the drive, and let's develop a relationship, man, and just start getting out there. And that was an obstacle for me. But that also, like, I don't trust people that I don't know. So then that helps me gain some trust in those people, because in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I don't know that much about snakes right now.
Right.
How do I know this guy ain't bullshitting me? You know
right,
what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And you know, but that was the obstacles. That was my personal obstacles.
Right. So you don't think it was convincing the wife then? What do you think the toughest one was?
Hey, once the wife was on board, it was all downhill.
So there were no obstacles past the wife, I guess is what I guess is where that boils down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already hashed that one out on the first attempt at the live stream, right?
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. There it is. Yeah. Gosh.
I need to publicly apologize. I totally knew who RCR was. Will, I love you.
Oh.
They're all chat's killing me right now.
Yeah, I know, dude. You're getting bashed pretty hard right now in chat for that. You know, and I went with it out of just like, I guess, courtesy. I didn't know of what I was supposed to do. So I'm sorry for that also, Will. But you know, we can make amends in Tinley, right?
Mrs. Beach Bum. Making me
So sorry, guys. Everything that chat is telling me that chat should be coming through, they're not.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm not getting any chat.
Oh, we went to a new live stream, babe.
Oh, a new one. Awesome.
That was awesome.
I was confused. I was so lost. I was.
Can you grab me another drink, please? Thank you.
Okie doke.
That was amazing. Oh, that was good times right there.
But I mean, as far as obstacles though, man, I mean it's juggling time, juggling a full-time job, family, and still trying to get your branding and your marketing out there. Like I haven't even produced a snake yet, but I'm still putting myself out there all the time. You know, it's a grind.
Right.
That's an obstacle.
Yeah, it is, dude. A huge obstacle. Time is very valuable, you know, and you know, the more snakes you have, obviously the more time it takes, but you know, trying to at least for me, I've been really focusing on like being efficient lately, like trying to figure out every way everything can just be a little bit better, because then it just goes faster and then I enjoy it more because I'm spending less time doing the chores, obviously. But yeah, man, time is a big part of it that I feel like a lot of people don't think about. They get really amped up on buying a lot of snakes and then forget how much time this takes to raise those snakes.
Yeah, to raise them, and then, you know, also figuring out like the social media side along with the husbandry side then adds a whole nother complex aspect to it.
Dude, for sure. Yeah. There's a lot of time sink into this, you know, to do it right and do it well. And we all want to do it right and we all want to do it well. So here we all are, right?
Yeah. And that was a big part of me building this room, because it's more efficient and I feel more secure with my snakes' welfare, like in their own little environment and everything's set up right. And it makes it more efficient for me.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, chat is having a fun time.
Yeah, chat's loving Heather right now.
Yeah, so. Dude, absolutely. So we try to like to ask people also, you know, this obviously isn't what you're doing for full time. You know, you do have another job. Where do you see the hobby kind of ending up for you? You know, do you see this taking over as your full time job, or you know, do you just see this kind of being a hobby side of things or something like that?
Well, you know, if it ends up being a full-time thing, that'd be way cool.
Right.
I would like it to be full-time eventually, but I'm not going to rush it either. I'm going to do things the right way. I'm not going to cut any corners. And if that ends up happening, you know, 5, 10, 15 years down the road, I'm cool with it, you know?
Yeah.
But, I definitely plan on building and building, you know? I'm not like putting a cap on it. If I have to expand my snake room, then that's the next step. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you're not opposed to like, you know, going deep into it, having, you know, what would your max snake load be? How many snakes do you think you would ideally want?
I don't know, man. I mean, I have 50 right now, and then 6 hog noses, and I mean, I can manage that pretty easily the way I'm set up. I think once you find your groove and the rhythm of the room and everything, you could be really efficient, but you could also make it really hard for yourself too if you're out of whack. So I don't know. I just kind of found the way until I got the room set up and running the way I wanted. It was work, man. It was, but
yeah, definitely.
Now efficient, you know.
Could you see yourself adding another 50?
Yeah, but so I've yet to have any clutches though, so I don't know what it's going to look like to have, like, you know, some of those guys talking about 30, 40, 50, 100 clutches. Man, that's a lot of hatchlings.
Dude, yeah, wow. So many hatchlings.
So, but I mean, I'm jumping off in it right now. I'm looking at my board. I got 15 pairings happening like right now. So,
right.
I don't know if I had 10 clutches. I mean, I'll sink or swim on that one, I guess. You know.
Yeah. Right.
That's about 80 babies right there. You gotta feed,
consider,
and clean.
And,
yeah, exactly. It's a consideration, right? It's not just this action that we go through. There's a consequence to breeding these animals, and that is offspring. You gotta be prepared to take care of them. You factor that in, all that. Hey, kind of dialing in on your snake room there, we did have a question coming in. Which is, what do you keep your ambient temperature at in the snake room?
All right, so I set my mini split back there. You can see it back there.
Yeah, I just bought one of them actually, by the way.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the Mr. Cool, man. It hooks up.
Hey, I got a Mr. Cool also.
yeah, badass, man. Badass. You have the phone app. You can tell what temperature it is in here anywhere you're at.
Yeah.
But I set that at 81, and so with that particular unit, it'll go up to 82 and it'll let it fall down to like 78. So that's my swing in here.
Okay.
So just FYI, since you got one too. I mean, that's how mine runs here.
Cool. And actually, I prefer a little swing like that. Like, I think it's kind of good for the animals to get just a little variant of temperature to get them active and doing what they need. So.
Yeah, I come out here every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, and at that time it'll be about 78, 79, and then when I come home from work, it'll be like 81, 82. So that's pretty much the swing in here. And that's cool. It's like a little nighttime ambient drop on its own, so I'm good with it. Snakes like it.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a good flow,
Do you also
man.
run belly heat in your racks?
Yeah, okay. I run belly heat too.
And what do you keep that hotspot at?
I keep those set at 90.
Okay. So on the plastic, it's probably like 89 to 90-ish. So like,
I heat gun. I set the plastic to 90, and then there's coconut substrate on top of that.
On top, yeah, a little lower up top. Right.
Yeah, they can almost kind of regulate themselves with that, cocoa on there.
Yeah, they can push away the cocoa.
Push away the cocoa and get right on the plastic, or they can stay on top of the plastic.
Yeah, that means them flooding a gradient, and they can come up to the front and everything. Like, I don't even really pay attention to my temps on my thermostats, because I just heat gun the tub, because like one of these thermostats, it's set at 105, but the tub's at 90 at the hot spot, so whatever.
Yeah.
I
know. I had to learn to ignore what the temperature on the thermostat was saying, because it kept freaking me out every time, right? Like, you have to crank it up to kind of get that 90 in certain parts of the room. Maybe I don't know what it is, a little more drafty or something. And it was always a worry to me, like, holy crap, man, am I making the right decision? This is really high.
Yeah. Right?
It freaked me out. It freaked me out a lot at first, too, until I bought the heat gun, or the temp gun, and I could temp everything. I'm like, no, that's what it is. Screw that thermostat,
Right.
Here's the really going on in there right now, so it made me feel better.
Right. Yeah, dude.
So do you keep all animals on cocoa, or do you do like babies on paper and adults on cocoa, or?
No, I keep everyone on like ReptiChip or cocoa blocks. I don't discriminate, whatever. I'll use whatever. But my hognose, I keep those on Sandy chips. Like that. Yeah.
Where do you get those Sandy chips? Aren't they the little? Are they the little squares?
Yeah, they're like little tiny squares. So if they accidentally swallow them, they're not going to get impacted or whatever.
Right.
I get mine on.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen those before. I wanted to use that. Yeah, I think that's a cool bedding.
Yeah, it works really good for them, and they can burrow.
They can burrow in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get that because I just got that tricolor. So
yeah,
that's right. You did get a hognose.
Yeah, she's been on a paper towel. I have like just a paper towel and then another like crumbled paper towel that she hides in. Just because I just wanted to make sure like she didn't have any mites from the show or anything crazy. But now that I feel like she's good to go, I want to do something like that, like get the Sandy chips or something like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I keep them all in a sea serpent rack, like this one right here behind me, and I run about, I don't know, that much Sandy chips, and then they can cruise around on top, or they can burrow down. It gives them plenty of options, and they're always cruising around. Yeah, works pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's good to know.
Hey, man, get a little show and tell into the show. Would you mind? Wow, I had to correct that sentence. So, would you mind pulling out your favorite snake to show us? Ooh, that was almost bad.
Yeah. Let's get some heaters out, dude.
Whip it out.
Yeah, whip that thing out, dude.
Well, all right. Let me grab one. All right. So this is one of my top 5. This is Super Blackhead, Orange Dream, Lesser, possible Yellow Belly. Dude,
that thing's crazy,
dude.
So is that red gene or ringer gene also?
It's possible, but he couldn't call it. I got it from Hardwired, but it's hard to see. The orange doesn't really show up on camera so good.
Let's see. There we go. Okay.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, dude, that's a really pretty snake. Those are really cool combos, though. That's a lot of genes to be working in there.
And it being a super, like, it kind of takes some of that guessing game out of the babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, man, I'll just get a super because when I want to run blackhead, I'll just make a whole bunch of them. You know?
Yeah, dude. Now you know you got them.
Yeah. And then here's this is my hypo yellow belly het puzzle. That's one of my favorite ones.
Nice, dude. That one looks familiar.
Yeah, you should recognize it. I don't know.
That's another good one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little puzzle and a little sunset group growing up. You know, I don't have any adults for them, but
right.
Yeah, I got a little group growing up.
Yeah, man, those are two nice examples right there. You know, and I feel like blackheads kind of gained popularity again. Like for a little while, it wasn't like the most, you know, like it was being worked, but not crazy by everybody. Then you started seeing a lot of supers come out, and I think it really kind of reinvigorated that gene back into the pool, and I'm loving it. Like I love the dark stuff, man. Like it's
yeah, good. I really like the dark stuff too. So yeah, that's why I got the super. So once I finally, I don't even know exactly what project I'm putting her to yet. You know, I got a couple years to grow her up and decide. But it's just like once I know, I want like the whole thing, you know, super. I want everything blackhead. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no
definitely.
You know, it's just let's let it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. For sure. That's a cool snake, dude. And blackhead, I agree, has been like popping off right now. I know a lot of people are putting like some heavy stuff into it, so that's a cool gene to work with. One that I want that I actually don't have. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. We got a good question from Reggie in here, actually, which I think might be kind of fun for us, you know, three to talk about and hear chat's input. So Reggie was asking, he's got a female Mojave spider leopard clown poshat pied. And then he has two males, and he's trying to decide which to pair to her. So the first one is a pied het clown, or a hypo pied is the second one. So again, the female was Mojave spider leopard clown poshat pied. Males pied het clown or hypo pied.
I'd go with a hypo pied.
Hypo pied. Do that triple. Like, go for the triple?
Yeah. That's just my gut feeling.
Yeah. Man, that's a tough choice right there, dude, because, shoot, like, the triple is awesome. Hypopied, and then hypopied clown. Wow. And you add all, like, Mojave into that, and got to reverse engineer out the spider, but, you know, the leopard's cool. Yeah, well, because you're trying to.
You're limiting. Yeah, you're limiting this. Yeah, limiting the pattern that can be on the pied.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Spider. Yeah.
With spider, that I'd say that. But man, that is a tough choice.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely go the het pied one, or the het. What was it? I would shoot for the clown pieds. I would shoot to prove her out.
Joel, you're fired.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, sorry. I thought it was a het pied. It was a clown het pied to a pos het pied?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so male is pied het clown, right?
Pied het clown.
And then the female, Mojave spider leopard clown,
pos het pied. Right, yeah. I would for sure try to improve those out. I think I would go that route just because obviously, I like clown pieds, so I'm biased. But, you know, I mean, so obviously I'd want to know. Like, it would kill me not to know if that girl was or wasn't het pied. That 50%. Dude, I'd have to know. I would have to know that. You know?
See, that's why I love throwing these out and kind of seeing where people's brains go, you know?
Yeah, it would kill me not to know, you know? Like, dude, I had this awesome het pied girl here that I could be making these crazy clown pied combos with. Like right now, you know. Yeah, I would love that. But the triple hets are probably a better choice, I guess, for the long term.
Well,
but...
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's better. Like,
right.
I could see the value in either one.
Right.
Like you were saying, like chasing.
If she proves, man, dude, that's some clown pie stuff that nobody's doing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, good luck, Reggie.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what you choose.
Did you get any clarity out of that?
Yeah. Sell them both and just move on,
To Joel?
Yeah, give them to me. I'll make the decision for you, man. Trust me.
Oh, man, that's funny.
So we're kind of nearing that hour mark. I feel like we were going to maybe wrap up with the lightning round. We got to do the lightning round questions, and then we can smack out a couple chat questions. I know there was a couple others. RCR, that RCR guy that was mentioned earlier, put one out there. Again, so we can get to that. But yeah, you ready for a lightning round?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, dude. So what is your spirit animal?
I'm gonna say it's a hybrid between a wolf, a jellyfish, and a squirrel.
Oh Jesus, that's ugly.
Jellyfish and squirrel. Holy cow! What could you even do? Yeah, huh?
Hey, well, jellyfish are like almost immortal. Like
right. That's I guess if you were
like Bruce Lee's philosophy, be water. That's like a jellyfish right there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you get stung by him, you can just pee on it.
Dude, right. It might bite you, too. It might have a wolf mouth, like a stinging wolf. Okay. That's the worst. Right. Okay. So what's your biggest pet peeve?
People that stop in the middle of aisles at like grocery stores or Walmart or whatever, dude, that drives me insane. It's like pull over like you're driving a car. You don't have to stop in the middle of an aisle. Treat it like a street. You know what I mean?
That's a funny pet peeve, man. I've never heard that, man. That's a good one, but it's so true. That's so annoying.
I feel you, man. I rage at Costco. When they just pause and they're looking around, it's like, no, scoot to the side, move out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like cars don't just stop in the middle of the street and start looking around. That's how the aisle at a store is too. You don't just stop in the middle, But that's just me. Whatever.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I like it.
To each their own. God. Okay, so what's your favorite cartoon character?
Man, it would be another hybrid between like Vegeta and Gohan.
Okay, so.
Yeah. I mean,
Dragon Ball Z,
opposites, right?
Right.
I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
That was ode. Ass would beat Cell. You know what I mean? Gohan was the shit.
Right. Yeah. I think they do merge now, actually, into a like super crazy thing. They come together. Yeah. Yeah, so whatever that is, right? Yeah.
You've seen it first here on Reptiles on
absolutely. Dude, DBZ, man, love that show. All right, so like three words to describe yourself as a teenager. What was a young small town Xotics doing?
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
There you are.
Okay, nailed it. Yeah, that's easy. So travel back in time, when would it be?
That'd be a hard one, man. I'd want to go back to simpler times, like go back to medieval days or something, just like, men were men, and yeah.
Right. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's fair enough. Right. Okay, so now the last unofficial question is the jeans that you wear. Are you a button guy or a zipper guy?
Man, 501s weren't even cool when they were cool. Sorry, Joel. Hey, I had one pair of button flies in my life, and I swore off them ever since.
It only takes one. No, I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. All right, fair enough. It takes a sophisticated touch. I get it. No, I get it.
That's what they keep saying about wine, but it's still food.
Right. Yeah, it's just grape alcohol, right? Yeah. All right. So, we want to thank you obviously for being on here, but one of those chat questions I believe Willis was mentioning is a project that you want to get in on that you're not on right now, I think was the question.
That's a good one.
Okay. Well, I want to say it is a project that I'm not in, but I want to tie it into. So here's my open order to all you guys out there. Adam Will's in on it. I need a DG puzzle hypo to go into my puzzle project over here. So I could deal with the het hypo, but I need hypo to go to this DG het puzzle over here. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I need another season, and then my hypo DG male is going to a puzzle female. So I will be making triple hats, but not for another season.
So yeah, my answer would be Desert Ghost. I don't have any Desert Ghost. So
Yeah, I don't have any Desert Ghost either, man. That's on the menu for sure. Yeah. Maybe a puzzle DG. I could do with a puzzle DG. I think there's somebody out there that maybe could get that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Man.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever that RCR guy was.
Man, quit bagging on Will, guys. Jeez.
Yeah. Wait.
Crazy.
Yeah, what? You know him?
You know him?
Hey, one of these days I need to meet Will. So Will,
come to Tinley, man.
I'm gonna go in October. I'll be there in Tinley, October.
Yeah, I think he'll be there too. I think he's vending. He's finally vending or something like that. Vending this March.
He's doing March, right?
Yeah.
Which kind of gets you
in the door.
The ability to vend October from what I've heard. I haven't tried to sign up, but I've basically heard October is sold out vendor-wise at the end of the March Tinley show. So if you plan on vending October Tinley, make sure you vend March.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah. It's interesting. It's the simple things, the little things that get you in. But
oh man, but I can't wait to see that DG puzzle though from Will in person. So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, wasn't he bringing that to Tinley to show off in March?
I believe he was bringing it to give to me, but he could be showing it off too.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine if you. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to see it. I would like to see it. I just want to reserve that time just to be able to see it. So don't hide it when he gives it to you.
If I had that DG puzzle, it would never leave my snake room, man. I wouldn't want anything to ever happen to that thing.
I know.
It's under lock and key. It's not going anywhere.
Right. No, that's terrible advice. I would show that thing off everywhere I went. I would especially bring it to the Tinley in March. But all right, so I guess this kind of concludes our end of the deal. I don't know if there is any chat out there, any chat questions that have jumped up that I didn't catch.
Yeah, Reggie's Urban Jungle asked one earlier about, let's see, triple recessive projects, kind of what? I'm trying to scroll up real quick.
Yeah, I missed that one actually.
I think he was asking what triple recessive project would you be interested in. Where'd that one go?
Reggie, if you're still here. What would it be?
DG hypo puzzle. That's my
DG hypo
now.
Puzzle.
That's your triple that you want. Yeah. It was.
Dude, yeah, that's a good one, man.
That is a good one.
What triple recessive projects are you working on? Was the question.
Oh, there you go. Not wanting to work on, but currently working on.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it. No, I don't. I do have a little Dreamsicle project. And nothing. I don't have any triples going. I don't have any, everything's doubles right now.
Right.
I haven't evolved that far yet.
Okay. Yeah.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
So Robert, I guess, has had a question. Dinkers. Do you have any dinkers?
Snakes? No.
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 You're not working with any dinker projects?
No.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on dinkers?
I think it's cool, man. I would like to do that eventually, but like for me, I'm gonna have trouble IDing the snakes I have, the clutches I have already. I don't need no dinkers involved with anything. You know what I mean? That's like something for people with more experience than me.
Right. Yeah, I think
figuring out
takes forever, man. It takes a long time.
Yeah. That's a long-term commitment, and then if you get something cool, is it even genetic? Is it, is it incomplete dominant? Is it recessive? If it is genetic, man, that's like generations of snakes figuring all that out, so.
Dude, it is. Absolutely is, man. Yeah, you got to really be doing it. You got to be committed to that project when you're investing in a dinker.
Full commitment. Yeah, like we had Dark Cloud, Randy on, and his OFY gene, he's been developing for like almost a decade now, I want to say. It's like 8 years of breeding and a couple years to raise that initial animal up. So that's a long
Dude,
time.
that's space requirements too. The amount of space that he had to fill, in slots just to keep all those animals to really figure it out and make sure he's not selling something to somebody that's doing X, Y, and Z, or maybe whatever it's doing or not doing. There's time and space commitments to dinker projects, but they are cool, man. Especially when they pan out.
His OFY lesser they had down there in Anaheim was off the hook. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, really cool.
Me too. Yeah. I can't wait till he starts releasing some of it, because I've known Randy for several years now, and I've been bugging him to get some OFY up here, and he won't do it. He's running the project the right way, right? Like where he's keeping it in house, figuring it out, and then when he's ready, he'll release it. But I think it's cool. I think it's a good gene. So
yeah. Chase Baker had that other cool one that I put on my channel too. He didn't even have a name for it, but it was way cool. So yeah.
Well, that new one that Chase is working with.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. A really cool one. Yeah. That's one of those very, very obvious dinkers, though, where it's like, okay, you can't ignore this,
Yeah, I was like, that's all it's in? There's nothing else? He's like, no, that's it. I was like, wow, amazing.
Yeah, that's
like obvious.
That's like the biggest single gene-changing snake I think I've seen in a really long time.
Yeah, me too, man. That was definitely it's kind of like one of those where you're like, wow, that has such a big impact on its own. Where am I going to take this and see what else it just blows up,
Right.
Yeah, definitely good. Hey, Joe from SoCal Exotics wanted to know what your opinion on the Arroyo gene is, Shane.
I like it, man. I watch R&B's channel, and they mess around with it. So that's basically the only place I've seen it. I don't think I've seen one in person at a show or anything, but I think it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen one in person either, but yeah, I watch it a lot on R&B's channel. They show off quite a bit of that stuff.
The Super's like the Rio or something.
Yeah, the Rio.
Right, the Rio.
Yeah, I think the Rio's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think the Super's where that guy's at. What were we gonna say? Sorry, man.
I was saying I think it's cool.
Yeah. I think I agree though. I think the Super is the direction to take that line. I think the Super makes a big impact. That could do some really cool stuff in some other genes.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't have any of it. I don't know if you guys do.
Me neither. Yeah. There's so many genes like that though that it's hard to keep up. You got to kind of pick your poison and stick to it.
Yeah, that's like the extreme gene that I got. Like I didn't even know I was getting that. It was just like a bonus, and you know what I mean. Like I didn't know that snake had that, and then when I got it, I was like, oh yeah, by the way, it has extreme gene and pastel. And I was like, wow, that is spectacular. You know what I mean? So now, here, let me show another snake.
Yeah. More snake time.
So I got this Sunset.
Yeah.
Who is also extreme in pastel. So, this is just a visual version of that male. So hopefully I'll be getting super extreme Sunsets.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, because man, this thing is balled up tight. But, anyways. So there's my ball python. Yeah.
Right. There it is. Right.
Yeah.
So that's pastel extreme gene Sunset.
Yeah. And then that het male is the same thing, but just the het version on the sunset. So I'm going to throw these two together and hopefully hit the super extreme and the sunset all in one snake. That's my goal, you know. But yeah.
I wonder if it's going to amp up kind of that orangish color a little bit, because it seems like the extreme gene reacts really well with like pastel and other orange colors. So
yeah, that's what I'm hoping. And yeah, who knows what it might do to the pattern on the sunset and stuff too, because that sunset's pretty overpowering with that pattern, you know.
Dude, it's a strong pattern gene. Sunset's a really strong pattern gene. I feel like that's an overlooked aspect of it.
That's true. Yeah, very true. Very true.
It's super strong. So I think seeing sunset and puzzle is going to be great. I think that's going to be they're going to accent each other so well.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be really good.
So that's something I'm definitely going to mess around with. I mean, I know it's not a dinker, but that's like my little dinker. I'm going to play around with extreme, you know, honestly, because like I said, there isn't much out there on it, and I haven't seen too much done with it. So I'm gonna mess around with it. But I know that RCR guy knows a little bit about it.
Yeah. That he does.
So we'll just post it. He said, "Put extreme with fire. Trust me," is what he said. So
yeah. Oh, I hit him up on IG, man. I got a snake. I got a yellow belly fire that I'm gonna throw the extreme to. So
sweet.
There you go.
So
there you go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then down the road, Miguel and I can hook you up with some sunset puzzles. We got those coming.
No, dude, those are all going to me, bro.
And big shout out to Miguel too. I don't know if he's out there or whatever, but man, that dude hooked me up, and I got nothing but respect for that dude, man. So I just want to put that out. Yeah. Hey, guy. Hey, that's a solid dude there. So.
Yeah, Miguel's decent. He's a decent person. I'll give him that. Yeah, I definitely enjoy him. Yeah, he's fun, man.
Tolerate his.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, he's alright. He's alright.
Miguel and I know he's taking my sunset puzzle project to me the other week.
No, but that'll be interesting though. Puzzle and sunset. Let's see what kind of reaction puzzle. I mean, will it keep the puzzle pattern? Who knows? You know.
Dude, it's going to be rad is what it's going to be. It's going to be the coolest snake you've ever seen ever in your life. I'm going to guarantee it.
We're starting with a pastel puzzle. So at least be that in the mix there. So
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. What else did I
We had a Ultramel versus Monarch question. What do you think what's your thoughts on either of those genes?
For me, I have actually done a little bit of research on that. From what I could tell, they're different, but I like the Ultramel better. It's a little brighter, but the Monarch's cool too. I mean, it's the dark. I mean, it's the light versus the dark, in my opinion. I mean, the Monarch's a little darker, the Ultramel's a little lighter. I mean, whatever you want to go with, right?
Right. Yeah, dude, I get it.
Yeah,
that's a good way to look at it, right? Because I've heard a lot recently, like Monarch's the better example of Ultramel or caramel, but to me, it's just like what you're kind of going for. Like if you want it darker to start out with to mix into whatever direction you're going, hey, start with the Monarch. You like a little lighter animal, start over here, right?
Yeah.
Ignoring price and the whole debate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just look of animal, right?
Yeah, ignoring price, yeah. Because there's obviously a difference.
Throw price out the window, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What is money?
I'm actually curious about the Burgundy Albino, though. I mean, because there's not much out there on that either.
Right. Yeah, that's coming from the Europe, right? Like over on that side, I believe is.
Yeah, one of my Four Horsemen buddies, he's got one going.
Four Horsemen.
Yeah, Predator BP. He's got a Burgundy Albino, but when I try looking stuff like up information on it, there's nothing out there really. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tegan was saying that they are not compatible, Ultramel and Monarch.
Tom was saying, though, there's only been one breeding, and it didn't produce any visuals. So, I mean, yeah, from that breeding, we could maybe surmise, but it could be, like, the worst possible odds ever known to man, which happens.
Yeah, potentially. Like, right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do I kind of agree with Tegan. I don't.
Yeah,
think
the watch the double recessive Monarch Ultramel be insane. Yeah, absolutely. And nobody thinks about doing it.
Right.
Comes out blue.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah,
Finally
dude.
get a blue ball.
We get a blue ball.
Oh, Robert was correcting me that Burgundy was from here. I
Tegan.
must be remembering something
it.
else. I thought that the Burgundy came from the UK, but
I thought it came from the Barkers, and then now the UK, the Europeans have it, or something.
okay. You know what?
Like
That's.
that.
I think that's probably right. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm only remembering examples that I've seen from it, mainly being from like the Europe side. But yeah. Who knows, man? After a little while, it all gets scrambled over here. Yeah,
Dude, yes,
Will's
it does.
saying DPI. All right. So,
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. Dude, get it together. Get it together, man.
Yeah, my bad.
If it helps, I thought you were right. So, fair enough. But
Tegan.
Tegan, yeah,
Sorry.
Tegan,
All
not
right.
Tegan.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm just like failing all over tonight.
Well, I said it first, so I led you into that a little bit.
All right, I blame you then.
Yeah, I can wear this one. I can bear this cross. I can do it. I'll do it.
Thanks, Joel.
But, well, I mean, we're kind of over that hour mark. We're actually kind of over that hour and a half mark if you count our first try that just completely screwed up. But we try to be cognitive of everybody's time. You know, we want to just say thank you so much, Shane, for coming on here. You know, this has been, I feel like, a really good conversation, and I think it's going to be exciting to be able to come from this and then like 6 more months from now to see where you're at after this coming breeding season. You know, I think we'll have to hit a round 2 to see where are you now kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I'll be in here juggling hatchlings, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
You're committed now, man. I definitely want to see some juggling of hatchlings.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have to see that. But, you know, we want to thank Chat for being on here and supporting us as usual, man. I really do appreciate it. It's been an awesome time, man. Thanks so much for coming on here. Shane, if there's anything you want to say real quick and maybe how to get a hold of you or, you know, kind of do a little promo bit for yourself if you'd like.
Yeah, Small Town Exotics with an X. There's no E on there. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So, yeah, go ahead, hit me up.
Yep.
Shane knows what's up. No E in the exotics. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Okay. I'm just not as hip as you guys is the problem.
Cool, man. We'll invite you to the party. It's good.
Yeah, you know, exotics with an E is like a bad word on some sites.
Right?
Well, yeah,
you
no.
can't use it, so it's like, well, just get rid of that.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. I like to live my life on the edge, so.
Yeah.
Well, I did want the E, but it was stolen by a tanning salon in Michigan, I think, or something.
Yeah, makes sense. Gosh.
Alrighty, guys.
All right, yeah.
Great show tonight. Thanks again, Shane.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, man.
All
All right, well, on that note, see you all later.
Later.